Welcome to Northwoods Pursuit. You won't believe what just happened in a quiet Alaskan town. A woman was washing her car when, bam, a wild fox attacked out of nowhere. No warning. Total chaos. She fought back, trapped it in her car, and escaped with only a few scratches. Thankfully, no rabies, but that was way too close. So what's going on with Alaska's wildlife? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more wild stories like this. This isn't just a freak incident, it could be a warning sign. Why are foxes suddenly... During the summer of 2024, Fairbanks, Alaska, found itself under siege, not by natural disaster, but by an unexpected predator, red foxes. In a single devastating night, 16 farms were ravaged. Over 200 chickens and 120 ducks were killed, and hundreds more were left so badly injured they had to be euthanized. All told, the carnage wiped out flocks and drained wallets. Small family farms and commercial producers alike suffered nearly $98,000 in damages. What made it worse? This wasn't a one-time freak event. According to the Alaska Department of Animal Management, fox attacks were on the rise, hitting both backyard coops and larger-scale operations. No one was safe, and farmers were scrambling to defend what they could. In Alaska, a bold predator control program aims to cut the red fox population below 15,000. But joining the effort isn't as easy as grabbing a rifle. Under the state's permit rules, only residents age 30 and up can participate, and even then the guidelines are strict. Hunters can use electronic calls to lure foxes, but they must shoot from at least 150 yards. Get any closer, and the foxes flee. It's a game of patience, precision, and nerves of steel, one meant to protect both livestock and the balance of the wild. Out in Alaska's rugged backcountry, fox hunting isn't a hobby. It's a serious test of grit and skill. Most hunters spend 6 months to a year preparing, learning the land and training their instincts. In the field, stealth is everything. Many crawl low, camouflage against the earth. The state issues just 159 hunting permits to experienced hunters, each allowed up to 75 foxes in a tightly regulated 3-month season. Since foxes are most active at night, hunters rely on headlamps and mounted lights to navigate the dark. Every hunt becomes a high-stakes dance between man and nature. When it comes to fox hunting in Alaska, success starts with the right gear. Hunters rely on lightweight, high-precision rifles like the .17 HMR or .22-250, not just for accuracy, but because these calibers help preserve the fox's pelt by minimizing damage. Combined with thermal optics, these setups allow hunters to detect movement from as far as 200 yards away, even in pitch-black conditions. But it's not just about hitting the target, it's about doing it ethically. Shots are carefully aimed at vital areas like the heart or lungs to ensure a quick, humane kill. On a good night, a seasoned hunter might harvest 3 to 10 foxes, balancing skill, patience, and deep respect for the animal. In Alaska, red fox hunting isn't just a numbers game, it's part of the cultural DNA. For many, it's a way to connect with the land and carry on generations of tradition. Still, the state keeps things in check with strict hunting regulations to protect the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Conservationists have raised valid concerns, pointing to the noise, habitat disruption, and pressure on local wildlife caused by frequent hunting activity. In response, some experts are proposing non-lethal alternatives like electric fencing as a way to protect livestock without harming predators. So what do you think? Type option 1 in the comments if you're for the idea, or option 0 if you're not on board. Let's hear your take. At the end of the day, hunting isn't just about the chase, it's about understanding the land, respecting the wildlife, and protecting the balance that keeps nature thriving. Alaska's red fox dilemma reminds us that every shot we take and every choice we make matters. Whether you're a seasoned hunter or just tuning in to learn, remember, true sportsmanship starts with responsibility. So if this story sparked your curiosity or made you think twice about predator management, stick with us. We've got more gripping tales, field-tested gear reviews, and deep dives into ethical hunting coming your way. Subscribe now and join the Northwoods Pursuit community, because out here, every adventure has a lesson. Welcome Leopard Farm channel. Get ready for an epic showdown in today's video as we dive into Fox Control Day, the ultimate battle against one of America's sneakiest predators. With a massive $15,000 bounty up for grabs, the government's rallying top hunters from coast to coast to take on foxes that are hitting poultry farms hard, racking up over $10 million in damages. These clever critters are multiplying fast, and their relentless attacks are shaking up rural life. Curious about what's driving this fox frenzy? Stick with us for all the action, and if you're not subscribed yet, smash that button. We're charging toward 1,000 subs, and we need you to join the pack. The stakes couldn't be higher. Fox attacks are costing U.S. poultry farmers a jaw-dropping $15 million every year, with some losing 2,500 to 3,000 birds annually. These cunning, nighttime raiders sneak into barns, leaving a trail of destruction before anyone can react. But it's not just their smarts making them such a threat. Human expansion into their habitats has pushed foxes to turn farms into their personal buffets. As a result, farmers are fighting a losing battle to protect their animals and their bottom line, grappling with devastating losses that threaten their way of life. Foxes are no longer just a threat to livestock. They're now endangering people in their own neighborhoods. In a shocking incident in Florida, a man was viciously attacked by a fox while strolling down a quiet street, sustaining serious injuries that left the community reeling. This brazen assault has sparked widespread concern about the growing presence of these bold predators in suburban areas. What was once a problem confined to farms, costing farmers their livelihoods, has escalated into a pressing public safety issue. With foxes prowling closer to home, residents are left wondering, what's being done to tackle this escalating threat? In response to the surging fox population, the government has launched a bold initiative, calling on the nation's most skilled hunters to confront the crisis head-on. This isn't a job for amateurs. Hunters must pass rigorous tests, proving their expertise, precision, and commitment to ethical standards. Successful candidates can earn up to $15,000 per fox, with payouts varying based on the animal's size, location, and verified kills. To ensure maximum impact, hunters are organized into specialized teams, each wielding their preferred tools. 70% favor the pinpoint accuracy of rifles or shotguns, while 30% choose the silent efficiency of bows and arrows. This strategic, high-stakes effort underscores the urgency of reclaiming safety for communities under siege.
When food scarcity drives foxes closer to human settlements,
Fox hunting season kicks off when foxes are most active, typically from late fall to early spring, as dwindling food supplies push them toward human neighborhoods. Hunters gear up with cutting-edge tools like thermal imaging scopes, night vision goggles, and GPS trackers to pinpoint their elusive targets. Those wielding firearms often choose bolt-action rifles or shotguns for their precision and power. Equally vital are hunting dogs, breeds like foxhounds and Jack Russells, whose keen noses and relentless drive help sniff out trails, flush foxes from hiding, and pin them down. Once a fox is in sight, speed and accuracy are key. Hunters aim for vital areas like the head or heart-lung region to ensure a swift, humane kill with minimal suffering. Bow hunters face an even tougher challenge, relying on compound or recurve bows armed with broadhead arrows. Precision and patience are non-negotiable, as they must get within 20 to 40 yards for a clean, ethical shot. Stealth is their greatest asset. Camouflage, scent masking sprays, and rangefinders help them blend into the environment and avoid detection. Success hinges on razor-sharp skills, ironclad discipline, and a deep understanding of fox behavior, making every hunt a test of both strategy and finesse. When it comes to fox hunting, The choice between firearms and bows sparks heated debate. Firearms pack a punch with their range, power, and pinpoint accuracy, making them the top pick for hunters prioritizing speed and efficiency. However, they come with drawbacks, hefty regulations, steep costs, and noise that can spook other wildlife. Bows, by contrast, offer a quieter, time-honored approach, blending stealth with tradition. Yet, they demand years of practice and skill to master, and there's a higher risk of non-lethal shots that can prolong an animal's suffering. The fox hunting controversy continues to stir passions. Proponents argue it's a critical tool for managing overpopulation and protecting communities, while critics raise red flags about safety hazards and potential harm to ecosystems. Where do you stand? Is traditional hunting the answer, or should we lean into innovative alternatives? Share your thoughts in the comments and stick around. Hit that subscribe button for more gripping stories and insights. This video is for educational and awareness purposes. All scenes follow local laws and ethical hunting guidelines. Roam unchecked. That's where hunters like us step in. Until a long-term solution is in place, we're doing everything we can to protect the land and people. Join us in today's video as we take you straight into the action, empowering moment capture on camera. And if you enjoy what you see, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and your support means the world to us. After nearly an hour of trekking through the thick woods, we finally spotted our first wild boar. The moment we tried to circle around it, the beast bolted. Everyone took their shot, but between the tangled underbrush, fallen logs, and that boar's lightning-fast reflexes, not a single bullet hit the mark. For a moment, it looked like the animal might get away, but luck was on our side. Just minutes later, our hunting dogs closed in and cut off its escape. At close range, there was no time to second-guess. I raised my rifle, lined up the shot, and squeezed the trigger. One clean, accurate hit. The boar dropped. Following the map's directions, we made our way to a nearby area where wild boar activity had been reported. The team quickly spread out and took their positions, ready to spring into action. As I stood quietly inside the hunting blind, scanning the surroundings, a wild boar suddenly came charging down the slope. Instinct kicked in, I raised my rifle and fired multiple shots. But the beast was incredibly fast, vanishing into the brush within seconds. Undeterred, we pressed on and soon drove another boar toward the forest edge. This one was different, more aggressive. It didn't flee. Instead, it turned sharply and charged straight at us. Without missing a beat, I squeezed the trigger. One powerful shot was all it took. The boar dropped instantly, ending the standoff before it could escalate.
Oh my God.
The pursuit through the forest was far from over. It was a test of endurance, skill, and strategy. With years of hunting under our belts and a deep understanding of wild boar behavior, we knew exactly how to coordinate a successful takedown. The team split into 3 specialized units. Each positioned to block escape routes and close in from different angles. As the boars scattered through the dense woodland and raced toward the perimeter, we stayed hot on their trail. The chaos was real, but so was our determination. With precision and teamwork, we managed to intercept and bring down several before they. Before we could even set foot in the field, there were important steps to follow. Participating in wild boar control isn't something you can just jump into. It requires passing several qualification tests to earn a legal hunting license. Only after proving our knowledge and skills were we cleared to join the effort. On the ground, hunters rely on a range of powerful firearms to get the job done. Popular choices include precision sniper rifles, reliable shotguns, and high-capacity handguns like the .308 Winchester and AR-15, each selected for their stopping power and adaptability in rugged terrain. As dusk settled over the forest, our pursuit continued. The air was tense, filled with the distant echoes of barking hounds closing in on their prey. I stayed still, crouched in position, eyes fixed on the underbrush, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Just as anticipated, a wild boar burst from the thicket, driven out by the relentless dogs. With a steady hand and sharp focus, I squeezed the trigger. Gunfire cracked through the evening air, and with it, my target was brought down cleanly.
Make sure the tag is protected from getting wet and can be easily read.
It had been a long time since I'd felt the rush of such an intense wild boar control hunt. Right in front of me stood a herd, massive, powerful, and incredibly quick on their feet. Each movement demanded precision and timing. For a clean and humane shot, we always target the vital organs, specifically the heart and lungs. Wasting no time, I line up my sights and pull the trigger. My shotgun delivered with flawless precision, dropping a few boars instantly. But the rest of the herd didn't stick around. They scattered like shadows, vanishing into the dense forest within seconds. Then, from a rocky ledge high on a mountainside, our team spotted something rare, a wild boar with a striking, unusual coat. It darted through the terrain with lightning speed. Instinct took over. I didn't hesitate. I aimed and fired in one fluid motion. Down in the brush below, the action was over. Several large boars were still hiding in the thickets. Suddenly, one burst out, driven by our hunting dog straight into the open trail. I quickly locked on, squeezed the trigger, and watched as the shot landed cleanly. The boar dropped on the spot, a precise finish to a high adrenaline chase. By the end of the hunt, we had successfully taken down several destructive wild boars, bringing a much-needed sense of relief to local farmers, especially those growing corn and managing large properties across the U.S. For now, their fields are safe. But not everyone agrees with this method of control. Some still question whether hunting is the right answer. What's your take? Do you know a more humane way to manage the wild boar population without risking further damage? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and be sure to stay tuned for our next video. This video is for educational and awareness purposes. All scenes follow local laws and ethical hunting guidelines.